You know, I've had some readers and viewers ask me if I would do something, and initially I thought, well, gosh, that's been covered a million times. But after they asked more questions, I thought, you know what, maybe it is a good idea. And what we're going to do here is sort of revisit the Taurus Judge concept, the idea of a revolver that shoots 410 shotgun shells plus 45 Colt ammunition. This particular gun is one I've had for years. It's a polymer Judge, and it rides with me on my tractor every single time I use the tractor. And it's loaded with 2 410 shotgun shells and 3 45 Colt cowboy loads. And what its job is like shooting field rats out here and varmints and things like that. And it does a really good job. So what we're going to do is basically just engage this target here at the kind of distance that you normally would engage with a gun like this. Here's one of the reasons why I think people like these guns so much, is that it shoots standard 410 shotgun shells. This particular gun shoots the 2 3/4 inch, it won't shoot the 3 inch. And you can also shoot the various other 410 loads, like the sporting loads, like this is 7.5 inch or 7.5 shot. You can also do the various personal defense loads. Some of them have sort of buckshot in them. Some of them, like this Winchester, has little tiny plated buckshots with some of these peculiar copper cylinders. And so there's a lot of options, and I found that the gun seems to run really well with all of them. As an aside, I thought it'd be interesting to see what the 45 Colt shot shell with the big 4 from CCI with the number 4 shot, how that does in this gun in comparison to a standard 410 load. So without further ado, let's do some shooting. Okay, we're at about 3 yards or so. I've got a 2 3/4 inch 7 shot. It's an old reload I've had for years. It's what I usually shoot in this thing. So let's see what happens. So. I'm always actually really impressed by how well centered these are, considering that the shot capsule is going through rifling. And historically, when you shoot, for instance, a CCI shot cartridge out of a rifle barrel, it tends to really splay it around, and perhaps we'll see that later on. But so far, you can see just how darn effective this is. Okay, this time I've got it loaded with 1 round of this 410 handgun. It's a premium load from Federal, 2.5 inch, and it's got 4 pellets of 0.00 buckshot. So let's see what happens. Okay, I think we've got a well-centered group there, and then the other thing you see up in the corner is probably the wad. Okay, next up is the Winchester load, which they describe as 12 plated BBs and 3 plated cylinder projectiles. So this should be interesting. Okay, so we have a really interesting thing happening here. I really like this because you've got the dispersion from the BBs, and then you also have those big holes from those copper cylinders. All in all, I think this sort of combination of both types of projectiles may have some interesting merit. This time it's the CCI 45 Colt number 4 shot shell. So it says it's 140 grains worth of number 4 shot. And no, I have not counted them. So let's see what happens here. See, now that's what I usually see. You can see how the rifling is sort of thrown the shot. With the plastic shot capsule in the CCI load, it probably shatters as soon as it hits the rifling. The 410 shotgun shells have a plastic wad, so it of course actually protects the shot from the rifling, and then the shot doesn't expand until it leaves the barrel. So, and I don't know how scientific that is, but that's just what I was thinking. Now we're going to do something that is always fun in this little gun, but I've got 5 rounds of 250 grain flat point 45 Colt cowboy loads, maybe 650 feet per second out of this gun, but it's still really effective, and I like the fact that you can do this with it. Well, there you have it, a decidedly unscientific presentation and test. But I think it paints it with a broad enough brush that you've at least learned something and can make some decisions. You know, I think possibly home protection, truck, gun. Certainly it's very useful around the place here. I've got a little synthetic holster zip tied to my roll bar on my tractor, and this just sits right in it, and it's been very, very handy over the years. Don't forget Smith & Wesson makes the Governor, which is a similar kind of a concept, and but 45 Colt, the various 410 loads, including the 45 shot cartridge capsule from CCI, so you have a lot of options here. All right, you guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you want to, and if you comment, I promise I'll pay attention and answer you if I can. And I think that's about everything. So remember the 4 firearm safety rules, and until I see you the next time, stay safe.